Hi, I'm Matt with iPatch Solutions, and today I'm going to show you a couple of really good ways to fix your PS3, and more specifically, we'll be working on the backward compatible PS3. This particular unit doesn't want to read PS3 or Blu-ray games, but it does read PS2 games. So in the video I'll cover how to actually clean the Blu-ray lens, and but you'll also be able to see how to disassemble the PS3. So the camera here, so you can see a little better. Okay. First, and if you're watching this video by this time, you're probably not going to be too concerned about the warranty, because this is more to save you some money, and hopefully you won't have to send it into Sony. There's actually normally a sticker over this that says it's void if the warranty is void if it's removed. I've already removed that sticker, so once you remove the sticker, you'll see this little rubber insert, and you'll just want to take that out. That's kind of tough. And this is what it looks like. And then inside here, there's going to be a T10 Torx screw. You'll just want to go ahead and remove that. Once you have that removed, you can actually slide the casing off, and you'll want to slide it toward the hard drive side of the PS3, and we'll actually take that out next. But slide it toward you, and you'll see the lip on it. Once you do that, then you can take the top off. Just move that out of the way. This one, I've already actually loosened up the screws and taken the screws out. I'll explain that in just a minute. I've taken two out already just to kind of speed up the video. But you're going to want to take out each screw that has an arrow pointing at it. A lot like computer motherboards, it shows you the important screws that need to be taken out in order to actually remove covers. So these are just regular Phillips head screws, and I'm going to start in this corner right here. There are actually, let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and I'll show you where these two are hidden in just a second, but you should be able to see them with the arrows. And like I said, I loosened them. All but one of these screws are really long, and the purpose of that is so that they actually go through the whole system and bolt it down, bolting down the components inside, like the Blu-ray and the power supply. So you'll see what I mean once you get into your system too. Okay, now that you've gotten all the screws loose, remember there's supposed to be 9 total, so I'll go ahead and show you again just to make sure. There's one here, and this is one of the recessed ones. If your PS3 is facing the same way, you'll see that it's down inside the housing. Here, 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 here in the corner, right here, and then there's one more right in front of that one, and they both have arrows pointing to where they're supposed to be removed. But just remember to take these two screws out that are recessed. A lot of people forget those, and it will break the housing if you try to force it. So that's pretty important. And next, I'll show you where the hard drive is, how to take it out. A lot of people go ahead and do that first. It doesn't really matter as long as you do want to make sure that it's taken out, though. So just get something to wedge in here, and don't mar the plastic up, obviously. And just pop that cover off. You'll see a little notch where you can actually enter this, and then you just set that aside. You see this little clip right here that's hinged. Now this being the front of the PS3, where you would actually plug in your USB controllers, go ahead and pull toward the front of the PS3, slide it back, and don't pull it out yet, but slide it back first, because that actually unplugs the hard drive, and then you can go ahead and pull it toward the side and pull it out. So there's your hard drive. Go ahead and set that aside. And now that you've got all the screws out and the hard drive out, and you can actually take this off now. If you watch how I'm going to actually pull this up and toward myself, actually, before I forget, go ahead and just take this clip out for that screw that takes the top part of the housing out that you slid back in the beginning of the video, just so it doesn't fall out when you flip it forward, and set that aside. And then go ahead and pop this up. Now you want to also flip this toward yourself, toward the front of the player, because of the ribbon cable underneath. Just be kind of careful with it. It's not extra brittle, but it is something you definitely don't want to break. And I don't know how well you're going to be able to see this. It's probably easier just for purposes of if you're just going to clean the Blu-ray, you could unclip it from the board, or from this is the slot card reader. And I'm going to go ahead just for the video and unclip the one from the part of the ribbon cable from the slot card reader. There's a little brown tab in here, and that flips down. If you ever work on computers or any other electronics, they're all pretty similar. So just kind of get under it without stabbing it or anything. Just be real easy on it and flip it back. It should come back fairly easily, and it'll free that cable. And that's that. Now you can remove the top with a slot card reader. Go ahead and set that aside. Next thing you're going to want to do is access the Blu-ray player. And like I said, in this particular unit, it didn't want to read Blu-ray DVDs or PS3 games, and it was reading PS2 games, but you wanted to read all of them. So, and this cable you're going to want to pull up on. Let's see if I can get a little closer view of it for you. And it's going to be right here. And just pull up on that cable. And it's actually clipped under a little piece of plastic on the side, but it's not, and you'll be able to pull it out pretty easily. I'm going to set this back down. Now, with this being the front of the player, and the front where the Blu-ray actually loads right here, you're going to want to flip this up, and remember the way that I'm flipping it, and then look how my PS3, which way it's facing, so that you know you're flipping it up the right way. Just so you're careful with the ribbon cable, and you flip it up toward yourself, you'll see the ribbon cable right here. Same type of connection. It's going to be a longer brown tab that you're going to need to flip up. So if you can, make sure you're putting even pressure on both sides. Usually it flips up pretty easily, but they don't always, so just make sure that you don't break it. That one did. It came up pretty easily. So now you have the Blu-ray player out, and that's that. It's completely unsecured once you take off the top case. So because those long bolts that you took out were actually going through the front and two back sides of this. So here's the Blu-ray player, and I'm going to go ahead and pause the video, and I'll show you in part 3 the cleaning, and then we'll go from there to another process that would fix the PS3 player. Okay. Now that we've gotten the screws taken out, this black housing, just want to make sure they're all loose. I think this one is staying a little bit. There we go. Now, pay very close attention to this little black and red cable right here. You don't want to tear that. So when you open it so that the if you have yours facing the same way, open it in the direction so that it's not pulling against that cable. It's really best if you have a magnetic screwdriver, and I usually go ahead and magnetize my own, and I did not before this video. But like I said, you have 5 in here. Pretty easy to get at. And now you've actually accessed the laser lens, and you're going to want to use, I use alcohol. There are different types of lens cleaners, and alcohol has worked just fine for me, so if you prefer to use something else, that's fine, as long as it's not going to destroy the machine. It has to be something that's approved for it. So and from right here, you're just going to want to use a very, very soft cotton and lightly just wipe the lens. And you'd be surprised, it looks really clean already, but you can actually see just a little bit. In this particular one, it'd probably be hard for the camera to see, but I can actually see when I opened it up, it looked completely clean. When I wiped it with the alcohol, I could actually see a little brown come off of it, and so this one will probably end up working with just the cleaning of the lens, but I'm going to go over another technique if not. So we'll go ahead and place this back on, and then you should be able to put it back in order by watching the videos and just kind of reverse engineer it. But remember, put this back in, and remember the way that it goes. That goes down toward the laser. Just drop it right back in, and that's all for now. And then go ahead. I would recommend making sure that everything's back together. Your hard drive's in. And go ahead and give it a try. And if that doesn't work, I also have another video with another recommendation. So I'm going to give this a try, and then I'll make a video showing whether or not it worked. And from the looks of it, it probably will. So thank you.